Welcome to the Hyper Fast Show, where we believe unlimited growth in business and life is created by surrounding yourself with people who have been where you are going. Learning from others allows you to compress time and grow hyper fast. And now, here are your hosts, Keri Shull and Dan Lesniak. Keri and Dan are real estate developers, best-selling authors, billion-dollar agents, and million-dollar agent makers. And now, get ready to grow hyper fast.
Welcome to the Hyperfast Agent Podcast. I am here with Abbey Gibb, who I absolutely adore.
I adore you too.
Oh, I'm so happy that you're here. She is the media director for Business Nitrogen and has helped us with launching our event with Grant Cardone, launching our Inner Circle, and has so much to offer in terms of helping with your look and your story.
Yes.
So when I met Abbey, I didn't know how to blow dry my hair. I didn't know how to curl it.
These are facts, people.
And when she asked me what kind of foundation I wore, I had never worn foundation besides at weddings when professional people did my makeup.
These are all true stories.
Abbey, when you're thinking about our audience, we have a ton of real estate agents that are trying to figure out how to get more engaged in video and telling their story.
Right.
So let's start with image.
Totally. You want to feel as comfortable as you can on camera, and then also, of course, in front of your clients when you're doing show openings, and that's what you call them, house showings. House showings.
Yeah. Or open houses.
I think I put the two together. I just made that's a new thing we should call it. Show openings. So you want to feel as comfortable, though, as possible as you can, right? In front of people and then also in front of the camera. And that comes from an inner confidence, of course, but also you just kind of want to look really good, right? Yeah. So I think one of the biggest things for women, let's go for women first. So for women, it's being able to understand the best way that they can do their hair naturally. And that comes with maybe some YouTube tutorials, and assuming that you probably don't have the latest way to do your hair. Just be humble about it. Go on YouTube and start to learn how to best have that natural, like, oh, I just woke up like this. Like,
okay,
hair.
And for fun, I'm going to have John, our videographer, flash a picture of when I met Abbey. First of all, I parted my hair on the side.
Yeah.
I did not part my hair in the middle.
Yeah.
And when we had our initial conversation, you were like, can you please stop doing that?
I was like, the first thing I was like, I would love to take you on as a client. Rule number one, please part your hair in the middle. I can't it was like very deep, like a deep deep side part.
Yeah,
so,
it was really cool.
That was a negative ghostwriter.
It was really cool.
Yeah, I love you.
But it looks
no,
a lot better now.
No, yeah. And then the next piece I would say is understanding your colors. So this sounds like an old school thing that we used to do. Back in the day, okay, this is an old school story. Back in the day, I used to work at Nordstrom, and we used to be like, all right, let's pull out the book and show you your colors. What are your colors, ma'am? This is where I learned it. But it works still. It works still. So the first thing is whatever your eye color is, that's your key color. So if you've got green eyes, green actually brings out the green, blue brings out the blue, okay? Brown brings out the brown. And so you do want to do that. So that's your key color. Then you have to understand if you are, I sound like I'm working. Come this way over in Nordstrom. Are you a fall color or are you a spring color? So if you're a fall color, then you're going to be more of those jeweled tones. Mostly people like us that don't tan really well, we're going to be the fall tones, right? So the jeweled tones. And that's going to be emerald green, deep purples, wine colors. We're going to want to avoid the primary colors. They bring out the pink in our tone, and that makes you look flush, and you just don't look great. So things like orange and red you want to avoid.
Which, by the way, was heartbreaking.
Yeah,
when Abbey shared this with me because my entire closet was red.
Straight up, she was like, but how about that? I was like, no. Nope. And nope. None of them. But if you have a darker tone skin or you can tan pretty easily, then that's fine. Now, reds are great on blondes, but you want to go with a deep red, not a brick red. Brick red is reserved for only people that don't have already that pink undertone in their skin.
Okay.
There's your beauty hacks of the day.
Awesome. Fantastic. So what about for the gentlemen?
Okay. Oh, yeah. For the guys. Oh, this is a key. Can I tell the story?
Yeah.
Am I allowed to tell the story? You
Please.
know what story I'm talking about?
I'm not sure, but go for it.
Okay, so I was with her hubby, and we're about to shoot, and he had a little bit of pink, a little red, and so I said, there ain't no shame in your game. You need to do a little makeup. And he was like, I've never put makeup on. I was like, we are still your manhood is intact, sir. It's gonna be fine, but on camera, every dude wears makeup, okay? So just put that out of your mind. And there's this thing you can go right now, write this down. There is a thing you can do at any grocery or like a CVS or any of those kinds of things. Yep. You get this green stick. Yeah, and that helps to actually take out the red of your skin. So it looks like a concealer stick, but it's actually green. That is the best key thing that you can give as a guy. And they put it in their T-zone, right? They don't know what that is, but help them.
Yeah.
You put it in the T-zone and then just smush it in a little bit with a little bit of powder, and that takes away, of course, the shine and also the redness. So every dude needs to have a green stick and to have a little bit of powder.
So funny story, Abby tells us this, and when we're in the shoot, we don't have it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we go to CVS, and Darren's like, Abby said I needed this green thing. So we're walking around, and I never used a green stick either.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what she's talking about. So we have to go ask the lady at the desk at CVS, like, excuse me,
but my husband here would like to wear makeup, and we're looking for a green magical stick.
for men.
Yeah.
And she's like, I mean, she clearly had never worn makeup before. We're like, okay, we're on our own. And then there was purple.
There was purple.
And we're like, what is the purple
Purple
for?
highlights. So we've got your regular flesh tone that you put underneath your eyes. Okay. And then the green negates the red. And then the purple is what you highlight. So you put it in a V across your forehead and over your cheekbones, and it makes your things like all of your different features pop.
Wow. There's even more that I'm learning.
But we're just gonna baby step it.
Yeah. Yep. The other thing that I remember in the beginning is that I was wearing really red blush right here, which if you ever watch when I was on TLC, it looked like I had a major glowing cheek.
Very Rudolph. Like just those adorable cheeks. But we don't really want somebody to say, oh, look at those adorable cheeks. No, we want to say, look at those striking cheekbones. So I taught her how to use a darker bronzer underneath your cheekbone.
Yeah.
That you go up underneath your cheekbone like this way, and then you put a little bit of pink on top and then a highlighter.
Yes. So that was a big change to my appearance as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so besides just the image consulting, which in all seriousness, guys, it does make a difference on video. A huge difference.
You should show them, the before and after.
I will actually have them put in here for fun. The reel, if you're watching the video version, you have to go back and watch this. The reel of all of my before video.
Yeah.
The pre-Abby video. And when I was very first starting out. So we're going to go back like 7-8 years.
Yeah.
And some of it is so hideous. It'll be hilarious for you guys, embarrassing for me.
No, that's great.
But it'll make you feel good because wherever you are, you're ahead of where I was when you see this video. We're right off the Boston Metro here. And we have completely renovated this home. I have to say, this is one of my favorite. You have a big open kitchen here. What is that called? I don't even know. The bathroom, the way it's set up, and you have your washer dryer. This is a full size, very nice. You can take a look over here. You have a great open space outside of your window. My team and I wanted to throw an excellent party to show our clients our appreciation. Again, just give me a call on my cell phone directly. So you have that as a major, major advantage in this building. Now, let's take a look at the family room today on this tour. You have an extra tall vanity here with lots of storage. So if you're
She's beautiful, but everybody can use a little bit of help. And to be fair, I mean, I've been in the industry on camera my entire adult life, and I've had the luxury of having media coaching for speaking, but also having hair and makeup my entire career. So, of course, any of us need help. Nobody's going to know.
Well, and share just a little bit about your background, because we didn't really talk about that yet.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm not just like this crazy woman that likes to put makeup on my friends here.
And men.
Yeah, and
make up the men.
Yes, there you go. So actually, I've been a journalist my entire career since I first started. I've worked all over the country and for every major TV network possible. I've been a TV anchor. I've been an investigative reporter. All kinds of stuff. Anything that had to do with me talking to you, I pretty much did. And then I started my own media company and partnered up with my now business partner, Dave. And he does the marketing, I do the media, and we take amazing people to the next level. We like to pride ourselves in realizing that they're like the best kept secret in their industry and then blowing them up. That's what we like to do.
And you guys are doing a good job with that.
We love
it's
it.
really cool.
It's fun. They're doing it. Oh, hi. Hey, what's up?
People are checking us out over there.
Yes.
Okay, so now let's talk about the story, the brand story, and really nailing that, because that's also something you're really good at, and like an incredible copywriter.
Thank you.
Incredible. So if people are watching and they're trying to figure out how to get an audience to really associate with them and love them, what are your tips there?
Oh, okay. Well, I actually just did a whole course on this today, so you're getting this fresh in my mind.
All right.
The first thing, we hear a lot about the know, like, and trust. It's really important, but let's go through that one more time. So the whole key every single day when you come on screen in any way, whatever screen that is, right? If it's a Facebook Live, if it's your Instagram, if it's a vlog, or if it's in person at a, what do you call it, a home show? Home?
An open house.
Yeah, that thing. You do that
or
thing.
A home showing. Both.
A home showing.
Both.
If you're at a home showing, every way that you are interacting with someone is a way for them to begin to know you. Once they know you, they start to like you, hopefully, right? And then once they like you, they trust you. Once they trust you, they buy.
Yep.
Right? And that's the whole point. And this is not a deceiving thing. They want to buy. They want somebody to help them find this house.
It's just, is it going to be you or is it going to be someone else?
Exactly. So know, like, and trust, okay? So every piece that you make, every content is about know, like, and trust, okay? The next piece is that you want to think about the 3 keys to who you are. What are the 3 things that make you who you are? Those 3 things are going to help your audience unlock you on a daily basis. So for instance, I've told Keri, we'll go with Keri's example. So I helped her to unlock her. What are her 3 keys? Number 1, she is a fantastic leader. And she helps people to understand how to scale their business and how to build a bigger business. Second, she's an amazing working mom, right? So she helps to kind of balance the whole piece. And then the third piece is that she's just an incredible real estate agent as a whole. She's got so much knowledge of 0 to 60, 60 to 100, 100 and beyond. So those are her 3 keys. And in every single piece of content that she does, if you go back now, you'll notice she's teaching you one of those 3 pieces. Now, the next thing with that is the actual formula that I use, that I've taught many of my clients. Okay, so that's fact, fun, and flavor. So in each piece of content, now that she's picked one of her 3 keys, all right? So she picks one of those 3 things she's going to talk about. She's going to do that with a fact. She's going to show an expertise. She's going to give some value to them with a fact, showing why she's an expert in her field. And she's going to do that in a fun way. Because people are more engaged when you do it in a fun, engaging way. So that means that she might be walking and talking. She might be obviously shooting. Instead of just being in a boring boardroom, she's going to shoot her podcast in an interesting, beautiful place, right? She's going to have fun with it. And that also means that she understands her audience and who she's talking to, and she's going to talk just like her audience. So, for instance, if I'm standing on a stage in front of 300 real estate agents, their language, their pain points, and what they want is very different than maybe 1,000 entrepreneurs who are just graduating from college. I'm going to use very different lingo. I might dress differently. My whole body language might be different. Not because I'm being not authentic to myself, but I understand how to communicate and connect with the right audience. So that's the fun factor. And then the last piece is flavor. You, as you, are only you. That's the best thing. You're completely unique. So I do a lot of things with my hands. And I have what we call Gibbisms. I make up weird words. You've already seen me do it once. I apparently can't speak the English language. It's fine. That's who I am. I've embraced it. And that's my flavor. And I bring that to everything that I do. And Keri does as well.
I'm learning, so I'm still learning.
She's doing
from Abbey,
great.
but I will say I have gotten a lot more comfortable. If you've been watching, if you're listening to this podcast right now, it's probably because you met me on social media.
Yeah.
You met me in the world that maybe you knew me from an event, or maybe you saw me one time somewhere, and instead of us losing touch, you stayed in touch with me because I've stayed in front of you. Without Abbey's coaching, I wouldn't be in that position today, and you wouldn't be listening to us talk right now.
You've been doing great, by the way.
Thank you.
Like, she's an amazing student, and just how fast you've grown and the amount of people you're helping. That's at the end of the day, that's why we want to get better, right? Because the better we can be at who we are and what our special gifts are, the more we can help people.
It's true. And I will say, like, there are nights when I go to bed right now where I've just gotten a message from somebody that's like, hey, what you said really spoke to me, and I didn't realize that I had this fear that was holding me back, and you helped me break through it, and now I know what I need to focus on. And those kind of messages really fuel me to keep doing this work, because it's not easy. Some people are going to say bad things about you, or they're going to think that what you're doing isn't the right path, or that you just want attention, or whatever it is that their mindset tells them. And if you stay true to you and you focus on contribution and what it is that drives you, then you're going to keep meeting more and more people that you can help and that you can learn from.
What you didn't realize is that she just told you a story. And there are lots of different kinds of stories that you can do. The story that she just told you is, oh, I've been there. That's one of the types of stories. I got you. I've been in your shoes. I know what it feels like. Anything like that. That's the kind of story that I love telling people to tell first. Oh, I got you. I have been X, Y, and Z. I have felt X, Y, and Z. Yep. The point of a story, like what she just told you, without you even realizing it, but the point of a story is that they don't have to have had the exact story, but they've had the same feeling or are currently feeling the same thing she's talking about, which means you felt frustrated, you felt like you didn't know where to begin or where to keep going from, you didn't know where to turn for help, right? So she's talking about all these feelings that you currently have, and then she shows you how she overcame them, and she gives you hope on the other side. That's a compelling story. So that's one of the ones that I like to talk about is the, oh, I got you. I've been in your shoes.
Cool. Very cool.
She didn't even realize.
I did not even realize that I was
now.
doing that. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. So if you were to leave our audience with one tip, if they were to execute on one thing to take their social media presence to the next level, what would be your advice?
You're not going to like it because you hear it from everyone.
Do it.
Consistency.
How did I know?
You're going to hate it. You're going to hate it. And it's not like I'm trying to take it from Gary Vee or anybody else, right? But you really have to do it. And here's the best. I'm a little bit different in my advice of over consistency is that I want you to do it because it's for you first and foremost, because it's a craft, because you know that the better you are as a storyteller, the more that you can connect with the audience, the more you can help. And if you don't help them, someone else will. And if you believe truly that you are the very best in your industry, that you're the very best and primed to do what you do, then you have a moral obligation to do it better than anyone else. And the only way that you're going to be able to do that and get people to know, like, and trust you is by consistently figuring out your voice and connecting with your audience.
So it's interesting that you bring that up because for our team, I truly believe in the Washington, D.C. area. We are the best agents because we'll work harder. We'll go the extra mile. And so when you say the moral obligation, like for me, getting in front of our audience of buyers and sellers, investors, people building, I truly am passionate about it because I know that there's so many areas where they can turn wrong.
Yes.
And they can get hurt because people aren't as experienced as the people who choose to watch this podcast right now that are investing in their education and they're investing in bettering themselves. There's the bar to entry in real estate is low.
Is very low.
You can get a license in 2 weeks. And so if we're not out there in front of the public, and this is true for all of you in your own market, right? If you're not out there connecting, they're going to end up in the hands of somebody that their child goes to preschool with this agent's child and she's never done a transaction because let's face it, that's your number one competitor. So as the market is changing, we have a real opportunity to connect with more people. They're going to start going to social media. They're going to start studying reviews and trying to find out who they should choose. And if you're there and you're playing the game and you're in front of them, you're going to win.
Right? Consistently every single day. And you're telling these stories and you're connecting and you're being authentic. That's another thing. Just be you, not what you think someone wants to hear or see or be. Just be yourself and we're going to love you more for it. That's fine. Like I'm on here as like a media pro making up English language words. Like, I mean, I'm just going to be me and it's going to be fine. It's going to be great. So just be as consistent as you can. Begin to learn your voice. It doesn't matter if you're like, oh my God, that video was so bad. Just post it anyway. You hear that all the time, but we love the underdog. That's another thing. We love the underdog. We love seeing you get better. So it's fine, really. I love it. I love helping people like you. I love it.
Thank you, Abby. Well, we really appreciate you being here today. And guys, if you want to connect with Abby, her information is going to be in here. If you want your own media coach, if you want to work on positioning your story, then connect with her. And if you want more educational moments like this, then subscribe to our podcast because we would love to stay in touch.
Absolutely.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Hyperfast Show. Subscribe to us if you want to make sure you get the latest and greatest Hyperfast shows. And remember, we love reviews. Reviews help us bring better and better guests and improve our shows. So give us the good, the bad, and the ugly. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we will see you next time.